Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're gonna go ahead and dive into my Scentsy Empties. Honestly, it's been probably a little bit over a month. I don't have a whole lot here. I definitely have a decent amount, but I didn't want to let it go any longer before I filmed this empties. I was looking at my bin last night and I was like, all right, tomorrow is the day. I'm gonna go through all of my empties, film them, get the videos up before they just continue to pile up. I have just been putting out content, but honestly, I haven't even done an empties in a while, and I don't know why. I've just been doing other videos over the empties, and I was like, it has been way too long. So like I said, this won't be incredibly too long. It's definitely a decent amount, but I definitely wanted to share my thoughts on these with you before they kind of slipped my mind, because I did some really good combos that I'm excited to share with you. So happy Friday. If you're watching this in the morning, cheers. And we'll go ahead and get chatting to Scentsy. So the first items that I got through were a laundry bundle in Fluffy Fleece. Absolutely love this. I cannot wait to get more. I really hope it comes back in the laundry line for this fall and winter catalog. This is just incredible. I know that I like it in the wax form, but in the laundry, it's just perfect. It's just so nice. It's crisp and clean, but it also adds a little bit of a tinge of a masculine essence to me. It's just beautiful. I really love it. My fiance loves it on his clothes. To be honest with you, would I purchase this again? Yes, of course. I love the scent, but I don't necessarily know if the laundry liquid and the dryer discs contribute to the scent lingering on my clothes. They do a great job. I mean, the laundry liquid does a great job as far as cleaning my clothes. The dryer disc kind of keeps my clothes from staticking, but these washer whiffs have my heart. Like, my clothes come out of the washer and the dryer smelling absolutely amazing. The scent lingers on my clothes for at least a good week or so before, if it's like my work uniforms, I notice that the scent lingers on for at least 5 to 7 days before I start to notice it fading. Like, I open up the door to my closet and I smell Fluffy Fleece. It's just incredible. It is definitely a beautiful fragrance. I use about 2 scoops per load of laundry, which may be a bit, but I just love that the scent gets to linger. So definitely will be a repurchase for me. Given the price hike with many products that Scentsy has been announcing, I don't know that I'll continue purchasing the Laundry Love bundle. I think if I'm closing out a party and I have some half price items to use, or I have some host rewards, I would definitely consider picking up the washer whiffs, or if I have extra credits and stuff to use, maybe I'll pick up the bundle. But I personally don't find that the laundry liquid and the dryer discs are an absolute necessity. I think they're nice to have, and I consider it like a luxury and I guess satisfying to have all of them together in the same fragrance. But I would definitely use like Tide or some other pods in combination with the washer whiffs instead. I don't think they're a necessity. Like I said, it's just nice to have. But nonetheless, I enjoyed them and they did a great job. So now we'll go over the wax. I have a couple of individual bars we'll go over, and then I have some really good combos that I want to go over as well. So we will start with the bars from that are new to the spring and summer catalog. The first one is Sippin' Poolside. I do not have scent notes ahead of time. I apologize. I'm kind of just going to give you what I got on them on warm, because scent notes can do so much, but sometimes scents also are very different when you warm them, and you don't always get what is in the scent notes on warm. So for me, this was an absolute love. Beautiful tropical aquatic type scent, but you get the beautiful juiciness of the melon and almost like a kiwi type scent in here, which I love kiwi in wax, and I definitely get another juicy type fruit aside from the melon. And I'm typically not a melon fan in wax, but I found I really enjoy Scentsy's melon. I really like Make a Splash, and then my friend Amy from Happily Scented Home sent me a sample of, I believe it's Mad for Melon. That was delicious. So in this blend too, the melon is definitely the star. It's beautiful, it's juicy. You get the aquatic background with the salty sea air and almost some type of note, like there's a tropical drink note in here. I wouldn't say it's rum, but maybe it's just the combination of like the salty sea air and the fruit that's giving me that combination. This is beautiful. Went for a good 10 to 12 hours before I was ready to change it out. Was a great performer. I would definitely and will repurchase this one. So that's Sippin' Poolside. Next, I have Evening Sky. This is also a new one to this spring and summer catalog. This is a beautiful vanilla musky type fragrance, but you have a floral background or undertone to this. I believe it might be orchid, vanilla orchid, or gardenia. I'm not sure. It's definitely giving me a little bit of a powdery floral, so I almost want to say it's orchid. It's a beautiful, sweet, perfumey, musky vanilla with a pinch of floral. But this was pretty light for me. I warmed this here in my living room. I have an Accord and I have my Pearlescent Petals warmer here. Both do really well in performance for me as far as warmers and melting wax and getting fragrance to project from wax. I just think this scent may do better in a smaller room, like maybe my bedroom or my walk-in closet or my study. I think when I repurchase this bar again, because I will definitely give it another try. I think it might just do better in a smaller room. So I'm going to give it another try and I'll report back in a future empties. It is a beautiful fragrance. It just didn't do well in like an open space. Next, I have Cake Me to Paradise. This one was a miss for me. Not a like, not a love, not a repurchase. On colds, when I did my first impressions of the new... Why am I losing my train of thought? When I did my first impressions live with Alexis, Natalie, and Christine, we went through 10 of the new catalog scents as well as the Easter scents, and this was in my bottom 5. To me, it's just smelled like sweaty, dirty feet. Like, sorry, it did. On warm, it did not give me that, but it wasn't for me. This rum note in here just comes across very sour with the citrus. And it's just not appealing to me. The bakery in here did not come across on cold nor on warm. It's just too sour to me. It just comes across like a soured rum with citrus. I don't like it. It wasn't for me. Unfortunately, though, it was a decent performer. This was like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But I only had it in my warmers for maybe 5 or 6 hours before I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I need to take this out. So I know there are many that love this fragrance. It just wasn't up my alley. Don't be offended. We all have our likes and dislikes. I'm just sharing my honest opinion. Doesn't mean that it is a bad fragrance to your nose or that you can't like it. It's just not for me. So we can't love them all, but I was willing to give it a chance. Next, this is an absolute love. This is from the Mother's Day collection. This is Courage. You guys, this is so, so beautiful. This is so pretty. The amber is so beautifully done in here. You definitely get fruit notes, which I believe are peach and mango with the amber. And when I read the scent notes, when I got the Mother's Day collection in, I was like, that's a pretty weird combo. Like, did they just throw oils together and hope for the best? I'm not sure how I'll like this on warm. This is so beautiful. It definitely is lighter in the clam than it is when you go to warm it. On warm, out of a scale of 1 to 10, this was definitely like a 7 or 8, which totally surprised me. The amber is definitely the star of this blend on cold and on warm. But the peach and mango just adds such a sweet, juicy fruitness to this. It's just so nice. It's like a sweet woman's perfume. Oh, I just love this. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They don't let you buy these bars individually, so I threw a couple of these in my club. I cannot wait to get more. I highly recommend you try this. If you like Scentsy's fruit and amber fragrances, definitely give it a try. The next one here is also from the Mother's Day collection. This is Kindness. This was pretty. Not typically my scent preference. Won't be a repurchase, but I did enjoy the one bar that I have. This is more of a powdery floral. It is, I believe it's like gardenia, and there's a couple of other things in here. I'm kind of getting a fruity background to this. It's almost like a plum or a grape, which I don't even believe are in the original scent notes, but it has that same sweet candied essence that I got from Buzz Lightyear to Infinity and Beyond, like that sweet grape or plum essence. That's the kind of note I'm getting in here, but also added with a powdery floral. So where Buzz is a little bit of a fizzy, fruity plum or grape fragrance, this has that same plum or grape essence to it, but it has floral instead of fizzy. So they're definitely similar, which I'm shocked that I don't like this more because I absolutely love Buzz, but I think before I drop the clam. I don't like the floral that's in this. It's too powdery, it's dry, I don't like it in here. It doesn't complement the fruit well, in my opinion. It's just not up my scent alley. So not a repurchase, but did perform decently. And then we have Glacier Water. This was so beautiful, absolute powerhouse. This is lavender, bergamot, driftwood, and I believe there's something else in here. This is fresh, clean, slightly masculine cologne-like. This definitely smells like kind of like a men's body wash, but then you get the beautiful lavender in here. Oh, this is so nice. I put this in on a day that I had just did a quick cleaning up. We had some friends coming over and I want our house to smell kind of refreshed. So I put this in and we got several compliments on how nice it smelled in our house. So kudos to Scentsy and Glacier Water. This was beautiful. Previous scent of the month, I picked a couple of these up in a previous flash sale. I believe I have another bar or two of this left. If I saw it again, I definitely would repurchase. Very good performer. I had this in for close to 14 hours before I changed it out, and it just did so beautifully. I really liked it. Definitely spa and zen clean light fragrance if that's up your alley. Okay, so before I go into the duos that I absolutely loved, I have a couple of bars that I warmed doubles of. So the first one here is Lavender Vanilla. This was in the Bring Back My Bar from January 2024. This is so pretty. This is more of a soapy type lavender to my nose. I know the notes in this were lavender, patchouli, orange blossom, and vanilla. But to me, I do not get any orange blossom. I do not get any patchouli. This is a very soapy type lavender, almost like a Johnson & Johnson's bedtime bath type lavender with a little bit of creamy vanilla. It's pretty. This is a powerhouse performer. This is honestly like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Can blow you out of the house if you overdo it, I should say. I did this on a day that I was really struggling with my allergies. Like I was getting congested and I had a headache, and I really just wanted to warm something that would just make my house feel cozy but relaxing and spa-like. This definitely did the job. It was absolutely beautiful. I loaded up on this scent before it went away. I didn't club it, and now I'm kind of regretting it. I do have a decent amount of bars in my stash, but I figured it's such a powerhouse performer that you really don't need a whole lot of this fragrance to scent your space. So I figured having like 10 bars would last me quite some time, and it will. But the FOMO in me is now wishing that I had put this in my club because I really enjoyed it. Really love that. And then another Bring Back My Bar from this past January that I absolutely love is Peony Petals. You guys, this is probably the most shocking bar to me out of that previous Bring Back My Bar. It is so stunning. I'm not a floral girl by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think I have a handful of floral blends in my collection at all. It's just not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I gravitate towards. But when I smelled this for the first time, it like made my heart flutter. Like I just love this fragrance so much. It's like sweet peony petals. There's a candied note in here. It's not dry, powdery, headache inducing floral. It's just a beautifully done candied perfumey floral. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. I know I mentioned this in previous times that I've talked about this fragrance, but it just gives me like sophisticated body care that you would get from like Lancome or Clinique, but it's not mature woman's floral. It just smells sophisticated, beautiful, perfumey, sweet floral. Oh my goodness. This was such a shock to me. Love it. This will stay in my club forever and ever. Amen. But the one downfall I will say, as much as I love this fragrance, I do wish it was a tad stronger. It is pretty light. For me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's maybe a 4, 4.5. If I want to be very generous, I would say it's a 5, but it's like a 4.5 for me. But when I think about it more, if this was too strong of a performer, this may be something that would be headache inducing. So I do appreciate it for what it is, but being how much I love it, I personally wish it was a little bit stronger. So that is Peony Petals. Love it so much. If you're a fan of this scent too, let me know, because I feel like beside myself and Lisa Rowberry, I feel like I do not hear a single person who loves this. Love it so much. Okay, let's take a sip of coffee and then we will go on to these duos. I've been excited. When I knew I was going to film this empty this morning, I was so excited to talk about this combo because I cannot wait to warm this again. I warmed this duo probably 3 weeks ago now. I had a day where I just felt very motivated to deep clean. I did a whole deep clean on my house. I shampooed my carpets, scrubbed them, vacuumed them, like polished and mopped and deep cleaned my wood floors, scrubbed all the windows down, washed my curtains, soaked my blinds, like just completely sanitized and cleansed my whole house. Felt amazing to do that. And then afterwards I was like, okay, I need to put a scent in my warmers right now that is just gonna make my house smell clean but just beautiful, and just the most beautiful clean vibe is what I was going for. So the largest scent category of my Scentsy collection is definitely their outdoorsy fresh scents. So I was like, I need to start making a dent in these bars. What can I put in that is going to just make my house smell clean and beautiful? And I love both of these bars individually. So I was like, wait a minute, this will be absolutely incredible together. So this is Pacific Mist and Cocoa Lime. Pacific Mist and Cucumber Lime. You guys, this was absolute heaven. My house smelled like a paradise. I'm not even kidding you. This was phenomenal. I love Pacific Mist on its own. This was June 2023's Scent of the Month. I know not a ton of people are in love with this bar. I love this. I know my Alexis Schluter loves this. I know Kim from Kim Hearts Organizing loves this. There are a couple of us who absolutely love this. It's just beautiful. I believe Krista too from K Marie Melts also likes this scent. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is just the most stunning salty sea air scent that I have smelled from Scentsy. It's beautiful, it's fresh, it's aquatic, it's a little bit sweet. It's just the most beautiful beachy salty sea air fragrance, and then blended with cocoa lime. Oh, I am kicking myself for taking this out of my club. This was from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar, I believe. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, strong, greenery scent, but you get a little bit of zestiness of the lime. You definitely get the peel of the cucumber with the lime there, just adding a little bit of zing and a little bit of zestiness. Beautiful, mouth-watering, clean. I can't even, I'm sorry for how many times I'm saying the word beautiful, but I can't help it. These are both beautiful individually. There I go. And then together, they just complemented each other so well. These are both powerhouse performers individually. I mean, on its own, Pacific Mist is like a 7 or 8, and Cucumber Lime is no joke, like a 10 out of 10. So this went for close to 24 hours before the next day I was ready to just change it out. I cannot wait to melt more of this. I only have a couple of bars left of Cucumber Lime, so I'm actively on the hunt for more, but I cannot wait to do this combo again. It was absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. If you have both of these bars and enjoy them, I highly, highly recommend melting them together. I cannot rave about this enough. Okay, now we're gonna get into a couple of bakery combos that were just absolutely delicious. The first one being Berry Sweet and Crumb Top. So I did these together in alternating warmers. Not sure if I mentioned this, but all three of these combos that I'm gonna talk about, including the Pacific Mist and Cucumber Lime, I did in alternating warmers. I didn't do one-to-one in the same warmer. So every other warmer, I just put the scents. But Berry Sweet is new to the spring and summer catalog. It is just a very nice syrupy sweet strawberry raspberry fragrance. You do get a very slight undertone of like a, I don't know, maybe like a pie crust or a cake type note. It's ever so slight though. This is definitely 85% berry and 15% bakery element. Delicious. This is like you just cut up some raspberries and strawberries. You have them basking there in the syrup and you're getting ready to put them into the center of a pie. This is so good. Definitely I could see it being sickeningly sweet for some people. To me, it's not. It's just so delicious. This reminds me, if you're familiar with Bath & Body Works' Firecracker Pop, it has that same like syrupy, sweet, fruity essence to this. Delicious. And then comboed with Crumb Top, it just added the perfect bakery element. excuse me, to this blend. This is like the crumb topping on a coffee cake or a crumb cake. Just that brown sugar and confectioner's sugar topping that you get on top of a pound cake or a crumb cake. So nice. It's like cinnamon sugar times a million. Like, this is so sweet, it's strong, and then it complemented so well with the syrupy sweetness of the berry sweet. I think it also kind of cut back on that, what could be too sickeningly sweet for people, but to me these just complemented each other so well, and it added such a nice bakery balance. So before I continue rambling and making no sense, just know that these are a match made in heaven. Absolutely delicious. And then the last combo I have here is actually a combo that I'm doing this morning, and I don't really know what drew me to melt these together, because looking at them now, I'm like, these don't really, I wouldn't envision these going together, but my house smells so good right now. This is Amaretto and Graham Cracker Crunch. So I have several bars of Amaretto right now because it's in my club, and I kind of did a little bit of a stock up before it went away. This was a January 2024 Bring Back My Bar, 100% authentic to my nose of what Amaretto smells like. It's beautiful, it's sweet, it's cherry leaning, but you also get a little bit of the nuttiness aspect of the Amaretto. Beautiful. If you're familiar with the International Delight Amaretto creamer, this is hands down what it smells like. So delicious. It's creamy, it's sweet, it has that cherry aspect. This is a powerhouse performer. This on its own is like an 8 or 9 out of 10. And then you add like the peanut buttery, creamy sweetness of the Graham Cracker Crunch. I don't know, they just are a good complement to one another. This, to me, I don't really get as much graham cracker on warm as I anticipated. You definitely get more graham cracker on cold to me than I do on warm. On warm, I'm almost getting like a creamy peanut butter icing that you would get like on top of a peanut butter cake or a peanut butter pie. Yeah, it's like a vanilla and peanut butter frosting on warm, and on cold you definitely get like a little bit of that like graham cracker, like crumbled up graham crackers. I've only had this combo in my warmers now for about an hour, hour and a half, so maybe as it lingers in my warmers longer, maybe I'll get more of a graham cracker essence. But being that Amaretto is so strong as well, maybe the Amaretto is just cutting back on the graham cracker aspect. But either way, I love these scents individually, and it's a delicious combo together. So like I said, I don't know why I thought to pair these, but I have several bars of each, so I was like, let's just give it a try. And I love experimenting with blending Scentsy, so this is really good. I also want to try Graham Cracker Crunch with Crumb Top. I think that'll be delicious too. So I got through those a bit quicker than I had thought I did. Sorry if I was just talking incredibly fast. I know that I have a couple of videos I need to film this morning, and I wanted to get these out before I waited any longer. So if you have melted any of these fragrances that I chatted here about, please let me know down below what you think of them. If you kind of have a feel of my scent preferences based on what I warmed here and my thoughts, definitely let me know if there's something in the current catalog that I should keep my eye out for or try. I am doing a party closeout probably this weekend, so if you have any suggestions for me on what I should try or what I need to add to my party closeout, definitely leave suggestions down below. Because to be honest, I really don't need more bars, but I also don't need more warmers. So I'm trying to debate what I'm even going to get with this party closeout. I guess stay tuned and find out. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me here and chatting Scentsy. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay well, and I'm sure I'll be chatting in the comments. Bye.